Hi, you're watching SheRocks College Live, episode 33. I'm Clarissa, and this is a show that happens every Thursday at 3 p.m. Eastern, where we help adult college women stop feeling like they're not enough so that they can get out of their own way, earn better grades, and fully experience their life alongside college. And on today's episode, we are going to continue the conversation around creating the college experience of your dreams, how to actually achieve your goals. And I've been walking you through my 7-step process. Today, we're talking all about how to stay focused on your goals as a college student, even when it feels like things aren't working out. So let's dive into the show. Welcome back, everyone. We are continuing this conversation around goal achievement, creating the college experience it is that you want using what can be called a law of attraction or manifestation. If you want more information on that, that is actually based in science and doesn't feel really woo-woo and spiritual, I recommend that you watch video 1 and video 2, so episodes 31 and episode 32 of the SheRocks College live show, where I talk about what those things are. So do want to give a quick recap on the 7 steps of manifestation and of goal creation. So not just saying this is what I want, but taking it from a desire, from a want, to it physically showing up in your life, you having a tangible result, you being able to say, this was my goal and I freaking killed it. This is what I have to show for it. Step number 1 is clarity. In order for you to achieve something, you have to know what it is that you're trying to achieve. It has to be crystal clear, meaning that at the end of the day, you need to be able to recognize when you've actually hit that goal. That's how clear you need to be. Most of us spend a lot of time on complaining and talking about what it is that we don't want, what we're tired of experiencing, how sick and tired we are of repeating the past mistakes, but we cannot articulate to someone else what we want to create and what we want to experience. And if you're not clear on what it is that you're trying to achieve, there is no way in hell that you're going to be guided to the steps that you need to take in order to achieve it. So that's step number 1. Step number 2 is visioning that goal. So again, part of that clarity is for you to be able to identify when you've actually hit that goal. What is it going to feel like? What is it going to look like? Who are the people that are going to be around you that are not going to be around you? How are you going to know that you have created this goal in your life? How are you going to know that you've actually hit it? That's where visualization comes in. Step number 3 is acceptance. So we will only create in our lives the things that we can accept, because at the end of the day, we have a subconscious system, which is the primitive part of our brain, which is running the show. If you do not believe that you can achieve the goal, you will not create it. You will not show up for yourself. You will continue to self-sabotage because deep down in your core, you don't believe that you're smart enough, talented enough, worthy enough of that goal. And when you don't believe that you are capable of achieving it, when you don't believe that you are worthy of having it, you will not create it in your life because your nervous system won't be able to hold and sustain that. Your brain will try to protect you from achieving it because it doesn't believe that it will be possible. In the back of your mind, you'll always think, I can't do it. Even if I give it my all, I'm still going to fail. And if that's the foundation that you're operating on, no matter what you stack on top of it, study routines, study schedules, note-taking methods, all of these things that you think are going to help you to achieve what you want in college will crumble because your foundation is, I don't deserve it. I'm not worthy of it. I'm not smart enough for it. I've never been able to achieve this. I have no idea how this will happen for someone like me. If that is your foundation and you're trying to create actions and to-do lists on top of that, it will crumble. In order for that foundation to be able to be built upon, it has to be stable. You have to be able to sustain all of the actions. This is why it's important. Again, I cover it in episode 31 and episode 32 of the show. I talk about those two things. Today, what we're going to talk about is, now that you know what it is that you're trying to create, you have a clear vision of what it looks like when you actually achieve it. You've identified some of the subconscious beliefs that would hold you back and cause you to keep self-sabotaging, and you've worked through changing those subconscious beliefs so that your foundation is stable. How do we stay focused? How do we stay motivated? How do we stay inspired to continue to work on our goals? Because there will always be a space or time between what it is that you're trying to create and when you actually achieve it. And so what often happens is that at the beginning of the goal setting process, you'll be really excited about all the possibilities, all the opportunities, everything that is possible for you, and you'll be gung-ho doing all the things, etc., etc. And a week or two will pass by, and you'll look around and you're thinking to yourself, like, things aren't changing fast enough. This is taking too long. I thought I'd be further along by now. How come my grades are only improving by 5 points, 2 points here and there? And you're going to want to speed up the process. And when things aren't going really fast and you're in this, one of my mentors calls it the magic dark, where it feels like you're doing all these things. You're working on your subconscious beliefs. You're clear on what it is that you're trying to create. You're taking the action, but you're in this space where it seems like nothing is happening, where your manifestation hasn't come yet and you haven't achieved the goal yet. How do you keep yourself focused? That's what we're going to be talking about today. And y'all know that I love looking up the meaning of words. So of course I had to look up the meaning of the word focus. And focus actually comes from the Latin root hearth or fire. So when we think about focus, this is the passion. This is what keeps things going. You know, whenever you build a fire, you want to keep the fire burning, to keep you warm, to keep you inspired, to keep you functioning with that energy. And when we're talking about focus, we're talking about what can we do to keep that fire burning? What can we do to keep that passion burning? What can we do to keep that inspiration and that motivation to achieve our goals going? It is about intentionally being radically responsible for placing our attention on what it is that we want. Most students think that focus is about taking action and continuing to take action and doing all the things, but that's not what focus is about. Focus is about deliberately directing your attention on what it is that you're trying to create. And today I'm going to walk you through the process that I personally walk my students through and that I've built into the College Productivity Kit, which is the planner that I created for college students. So when I'm trying to teach students the process of staying focused on their goals so that they can stay motivated and inspired, even when it feels like things are taking too long, even when it feels like things aren't going perfectly the way that they want, I really try to get them to make it a practice. And when I say practice, it means you have to practice it. It means you have to do it over and over and over and over again. And I gradually help students to build this practice into their lives. I start off by having them carve out one time a month. So usually at the end of the month, So again, focus is about deliberately guiding your attention towards what it is that you want to create, reminding yourself about your goals, reminding yourself about what's going to be possible for you when you achieve it. So one time a month, I want you to carve out anywhere between 30 minutes to 60 minutes. This is going to be your deliberate focus time. This is where you are going to put all of your attention, all of your energy on what it is that you're trying to create, on your goals. You're reminding yourself about what you're working towards. You're reminding yourself about the end goal. You're reminding yourself about why you're taking all these actions and why you're putting yourself through these uncomfortable situations and why you're showing up every single day. So you want to carve out 30 to 60 minutes one time a month. The best time to do this, honestly, is either right at the end of the month. So personally, today, the students that I work with one-on-one and the students that are a part of my program, study school, we at the end of every single month, so today's the 31st of October, we're going to be going through this process. We do a monthly planning session. This is our time to focus in on our goals. And what we do is, number one, we review our goals. So I have them look at the monthly scorecard inside of their planner, the College Productivity Kit. So all the students that work with me will get this planner sent out to them. So it's the College Productivity Kit. And in it, we have a monthly academic scorecard where I have them focus in on the goal, the result, the thing that they're trying to create. And I'm trying to get this so that there isn't a glare. And we talk about the actions that they're taking to make that goal a done deal, inevitable. And they're looking at this at the end of every single month, reminding themselves of their goals. We then go through the monthly reflection. And in this monthly reflection, we are going through a process of appreciation. Appreciation is different than gratitude. Appreciation is the act of you being grateful for what it is that you want, but really seeing the value in it. So it's not just saying, I'm so grateful for this house that I live in, or I'm grateful for the fact that I have a fridge full of food, but really experiencing the value in that. So what is the value of you having clean water? What does it add to your life? What is the value of you having a great relationship with your mom or your friends? What are you getting out of that? Because what you appreciate, what you can see the value in, will increase in value. So what you appreciate will appreciate. Think about when you put money in the bank, it appreciates in value, it increases in value. So that's what we're doing in the process of appreciation, is that I'm having students really reflect on what they accomplished this month, what they're really proud of, what they're celebrating, so that they can get in that energy of appreciation and valuing themselves, seeing how amazing they are, seeing how they showed up for themselves in this past month, and really just surrounding themselves in this positive energy. We go through and we get honest with ourselves. We talk about what didn't go well, where they're feeling that they're experiencing obstacles in their lives, whether those are physical obstacles, whether they're mental obstacles, so subconscious beliefs that are coming up, fears that they have about achieving their goals, any hesitation that they have about experiencing their goals. And then we talk about what they're going to do to actually remove those obstacles. Inside of my program, Study School, and in the work that I do with students one-on-one, I actually give them meditations and I give them practices and different modalities to help them to change these subconscious beliefs and reprogram them with beliefs that are actually a good supportive foundation for them to build steady routines on top of. Because again, if your beliefs aren't solid, if they're not supportive to what it is that you're trying to create, no matter what study skills you try to put in place, you'll always procrastinate on them. The foundation will crumble. You'll get in your own way. The foundation will crumble. You won't show up for yourself, the foundation will crumble. But when you have beliefs that are solid and supportive to the woman it is that you want to become, that's when you can start building your house. That's when you can start building the container and the foundation that is meant to hold the woman it is that you want to become. So we start talking about how they can work through these thoughts and these fears, and they go through hypnosis meditations, and they have this mindset practice that I walk them through that have these different journaling exercises that they go through that's based on cognitive behavioral therapy and how to actually change your belief systems. Then what I have them do is I have them tap into that vision of what it is that they're trying to create. I have them really anticipate the excitement of what it's going to feel like when they look at the end of the next month and they've accomplished what it is that they want to achieve, or they see themselves having made progress, and they're really like just feeling into what that is going to be like, how proud they are, what they're going to say to themselves, what it's going to feel like when they get that paper back or they get that exam back, or this month they did an amazing job of being able to hang out with friends and still showing up to study and still doing what it is that they want to do. So I have them recreate that vision again, focusing on what it is that they're trying to create. And that's what we do on a monthly level. So this is very basic, and I try to weave it in a very practical way and slowly, because if you try to do this practice every single day when you're first starting off, or you're trying to do it every single week when you're first starting off, it can be really easy to not continue with the practice, to lose focus, and then not show up for yourself, and then not get the result it is that you want, and put your hands up and say, I give up, I'm never going to be able to achieve this. But when you create these systems gradually and you practice them every single month, then you can start moving into the weekly focus, which is what the tracking system inside of the college productivity kit, that academic scorecard that I showed you, is about. So we have our students, or I have my students start to put in like the different activities that support the woman it is that they want to become. So in order for you to achieve what it is that you want to achieve, you have to become the person who can actually achieve that. You have to change your identity. You have to have your identity match the person who can achieve what it is that they want to achieve. And that comes from changing those subconscious beliefs. It comes from acting like the woman it is that you want to become, showing up as the woman that you want to become. And so every month I have students write down seemingly insignificant actions that they can focus on every month to help them step into the woman that they want to become. And I have them every single week track the amount of times that they're doing it. The reason why I have them track the amount of times that they're doing it is because that tracking system, when they can see all of the check marks, when they can see all of the times that they showed up as the woman that they wanted to become, that they did what they know it is that they needed to do, what that does is it provides your brain with the evidence that it needs to start believing that you are the type of woman that when she says she's going to achieve something, she shows up and she achieves it. That's why tracking is so important, because it keeps your goals top focus. It keeps that fire burning. Remember that I said that the word focus comes from the Latin root of hearth, fire, and you want to keep that fire burning. That's how you keep the motivation. That's how you keep staying inspired. You have to show yourself evidence that you're becoming the type of person who achieves what it is that you said that you're going to achieve, and tracking systems can help with that. And that's why it's built into the college productivity kit. And students are seeing it at the end of every single week. They're tracking how many times, they went to office hours this week, because the woman that they want to become asks for help when she needs it. They're tracking how often they're actually keeping up with their reading, and they're on track with their reading every single week, because the college student that they want to become, she stays on top of her reading assignments. They're tracking how often that they are taking care of their physical body, because the woman that they want to become, She's taking care of her body so that she can, get enough sleep, so that she has the energy to go to the internship and to study the way that she wants to study, and to not, feel like she doesn't have focus when she's taking the exam. She's present in her life. So again, these actions, to the outside person, you're not seeing how it correlates to you getting better grades, but my students understand the importance of these seemingly insignificant actions that they're tracking every single week. And again, it's giving their brain the evidence that it needs to believe that it is possible for them, to accept that they can actually achieve this goal, which is so important. Again, you need to listen to episode 32 of the SheRocks College live show. It's called Why It's So Important to Change Your Subconscious Beliefs as a Student. Because if you cannot believe and accept that you are capable, that you are smart enough, that you are talented enough, that it is possible for you to achieve what it is that you want to achieve, you will never show up in your life as a woman who can achieve it. You will constantly be self-sabotaging, procrastinating, holding yourself back, not giving it your all, because in the back of your mind, you don't feel like you're worthy of it. This is why that is so important. And so that completes today's episode. Short, succinct, straight to the point, but super, super, super powerful. It is those steps of carving out the time, one time a month. If you really want to start practicing this, end of the month or the beginning of the month, you can do it tonight, like right now. You don't have to have the college productivity kit to do this. You can just use what I talked about in this video. This is just a tool. It just makes it easier because the prompts are there for you, but you can do this on your own with just a piece of paper and a pen. You can review your goals, write them over, see where you're holding yourself back, see those beliefs that are holding you back, and you can start creating a tracking system for yourself. You can go on Pinterest and look for habit tracking. You can look up it on Google, whatever it is that you need to do. And that's it. So next week on SheRocks College Live, so next Thursday at 3 p.m. Eastern, we're going to wrap up this conversation of creating the life it is that you want as a college student and achieving your goals. And we're going to talk about the biggest lie you've ever been told about study routines. It's going to be juicy. Because this is all about the action step, about creating and achieving your goals. And we're going to talk about that, the biggest lie that you've been told about massive action, about giving it your all. And I'm going to break it down, and that's going to conclude our conversation on creating your goals, manifesting your goals, and using law of attraction to achieve anything you want as a college student. As always, thank you so, so much for joining me live. I'm seeing that Michaela was here today, Jojo was here today, and they said, okay, so true. They were really following along. And if this is your first time watching the SheRocks College live show, what I want to tell you is that the reason why I host this live is because I want to interact with you. So if you're listening to me and you have any questions that come up, you're confused about something that I said, you can always drop it either in the chat as we're going live, or if you're watching the recording of this later on YouTube, drop your questions in the comments. I will coach you. I will give you the answers to what it is that you need. I will help to support you. That's what makes this show and this channel so different than all of the other study YouTubers that you're going to find. I'm actually here to support you. I actually want to get to know you. I actually want to help you personally. And if you're interested in working with me, there's a link to apply. I'm super selective about the college women that I work with because I try to protect the energy. I want it to be a community where women are supporting each other. They're showing up. Where everyone is committed to stepping in to their brilliance and showing up in their full potential as the queens of their lives. So have a good rest of your week and happy Halloween.